Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to KRC Bookstore Book Fair. Um, as you all know, we have Christmas coming up, and with Christmas coming up, books make great gifts. Books are great. Roll it out, hashtag it, so people know that to get their books, and that is a good thing to be to purchase books and have books to share with others, your loved ones. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I am the owner of KRC Bookstore. I'm also the owner of KRC Tax and Business Services, where we offer tax preparation needs. If you have tax issues, you can um, excuse me, hold on real quick. Sorry. You can actually, if you have any tax issues, definitely reach out to me and I can help you with that. We have an awesome staff to help out with that. And as you know, we're coming up on the tax filing season. So definitely reach out to me. Look for KRC Tax and Business. Look for Tammy Lilly to be able to help you out with your tax preparation needs. We have 20 years in the business, so we definitely have longevity. We're not going anywhere. Need copies of your returns. You don't have to hunt and sniff around and try to find copies of your returns. So definitely reach out to us. Check our website out, www.krsctaxbusiness.com. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we're here. KRC Bookstore. KRC Bookstore is a bookstore that was created out of what I was currently doing, and I want to bless others with this particular platform. I started out at a webinar. Young lady was talking about how do you set yourself apart out from anybody else in your industry. You should write a book, write a book, write a book. So those words really, really resonated with me, and I decided to write a book, which is Why Your Refund Is So Low. And I'm gonna share that book with you a little bit later. And then my thing is I could not do anything without paying homage to my faith, to my Lord and Savior. So I co-wrote two devotionals called Prayers of the Boss Babe, where 29 plus ladies got together and talked about their go-to scripture. And as well as I co-wrote in a women empowerment book. So with all of that being said, my thing is if I create something, how do I bless somebody in the midst of it? To me, it just does not make any sense if I do not bless nobody, if I don't share what I have. So that's where KRC Bookstore was birthed from. And so that's what you see today is KRC Bookstore hosting book fairs to help other Black authors in their endeavors to help them get exposure for their books. And because we have the holiday season coming up, what better way to share this platform than to put it out there so others can see very, very great gift ideas, loving gift ideas. What better the way to show your love by sharing knowledge, sharing inspiration, sharing words, the gift of words, the spoken word. So
Yes.
that's where this came into fruition at. So with all that, without any further ado, I don't want to, go too much into what I'm doing because this is not about me. This is more than me. This is KRC Bookstore. It's about these authors that we are presenting in front of you today. Today, we are focusing on children's books. A lot of times, our children do not read. And if they do read, they don't see anything out there that resonates with them. They don't see positive images about themselves. They don't see the beautiful black hair. They don't see the beautiful black noses. They don't just see the beautiful, things about ourselves. And so sometimes that makes them feel like they are less than. And we don't want our children to feel less than by far because they are great and wonderfully made in all
Amen.
shades. So we're going to be talking about some books today, some children's books. I will be showing you some subscription boxes to make great to share with that child in your life, as well as some other books that are in the KRC bookstore family. So without any further ado, we gonna roll. roll right on into talking to Miss Roberts. Miss Roberts has a book to share with you. So I'm gonna open this floor up and so she can tell you about herself and talk about this awesome, amazing book that she has.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for the opportunity to spend time with you this evening. Um, during the pandemic, first of all, let me back up. My name is Kim Roberts. I'm here in California, and I recently connected with Tammy via Facebook, and I just thank her for this opportunity to present here on this virtual book tour tonight. So, for those of you that are interested in any of the information you hear tonight, you can follow Tammy or her bookstore, KRC Bookstore, on Facebook, or follow myself, as well as you may reach out to me on my website, www.kimrobertsbooks.com. I've actually written 4 books, but the book that I am showcasing tonight is I Miss Grandpa. This is the second children's book I wrote. And I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but it's a story about a boy named David. And I named the character David after my grandpa, who passed away during the pandemic. So just a little background about that. The books that I write are oftentimes dealing with those hard topics that children deal with and aren't usually discussed. So, Daddy's on Timeout, as I stated, is about a young boy, David, who lost his grandpa and he misses his grandpa. So, it was beautifully illustrated by my publicist, Sophisticated Press. And as you can see, David is a little brown boy. He's a little brown boy who looks much like my grandson. I used my grandson's picture to actually create this character. So this book is very dear to my heart. Um, as I stated, I lost my grandpa during the pandemic as well as my dad. So this book is dedicated to their memory, and it helps children to deal with grief and loss, because a lot of children can't communicate their feelings. That's David and his mom at the church with the picture there of grandpa. So I don't want to tell the whole story, but it is available for purchase on my website again, kimrobertsbooks.com. And right now it is on sale for the low price of $12.50. So if you know of any child that needs or has any child can read this book, actually. Even some adults have told me they've benefited from reading this book. But um, the storyline is based on dealing with loss due to death, so dealing with grief and so forth. And also, there's a coloring book for anyone who likes to color. The story is the same there, but as you can see, it is a coloring book. I Miss Grandpa. So those ship with a pack of crayons as well. Yeah, so my inspiration behind writing children's books came because I have 3 grandbabies. I have 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson. My first book is Daddy's on Timeout, which I wrote in dealing with the situation my son was involved in, and we had to explain to my oldest granddaughter where Daddy was. So we just told her Daddy was on timeout. So yeah, like I said, my books deal with those hard topics that a lot of times we have difficulty discussing with children and explaining to them some of those hard topics, and then they don't have a place to explore their feelings or the things that they're feeling in order to share with their family to help them. I believe in therapy. I believe in talking. I love to talk. I love kids. So that's why I've chosen to write children's books. um, Once again, my 3 grandbabies inspired me to write the books. The first book, Daddy's on Timeout, deals with the little girl and her father being incarcerated. This book I've gotten a lot of feedback about from people who tell me they bought it for their child who was in foster care. A foster mother bought it for the child that she was caring for at the time her mother was incarcerated, and she really connected with the book. I've had other children give me feedback, said they love the illustrations of the books, which again were illustrated by my publicist, Sophisticated Press, and Renetta Gunn Stevens and her team. So yeah, children's books help you to express yourself and just be creative. I work a full-time job every day, but having become an author has really given me something else to look forward to during the pandemic. And it's not always about the money, it's about the message and changing lives. So if you have any questions, any concerns, if you know of someone who needs help, depression is real during this pandemic. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of children, at least last year, were doing school from home. They needed an outlet. So coloring, reading, those things are fundamental. They help you to grow in life. So that's another reason I like and I enjoy writing children's books. So yeah, and my granddaughter's going to write a book as well. She told me she wants to write a book. So I'm going to help her with that, hopefully in this next year, and have some more books available for you all. So yeah, do you have any questions for me, Tammy?
Yes, ma'am. Wonderful. I love it. I love the fact that you have a bundle set, that you have a coloring book that goes with it. That is so important for our
Yeah,
children to be able to um, use those motor skills. I'm not exactly sure what they call those particular skills of coloring. I don't know, it's not motor skills, but
it's
that
my motor
particular
skills. Yeah,
exercise. Is it
yeah,
motor skills? Okay, okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't remember the exact term of it, but I knew it had some kind of skill. That reason why they have children color in school. So definitely, they see these books that represent themselves and children that look like them, and that they're able to
Right.
use those motor skills to be the color um and do all those fun things that help develop character within them. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
that with us. Now,
Thank you.
how what got you in this area of writing a book? What made you want to write a book? Have you always wanted to be an author, or?
It's funny you asked that question because as far back as I can think, as a young girl, I liked to create stories. I would write and just fold little pieces of paper and always had something written down somewhere, some type of little notebook or some type of little tablet, like a journal, just things that I would just write notes in. And over time, my godmother reminded me, she used to live in Memphis at the time, and she reminded me that I would send her books. I would write a story and staple the paper and mail it to her. She said she's going to share some of those whenever she finds them with me one day. So I can think back to maybe about age 10 that I've been actually writing books. So I guess it was in me a long time ago. And as I've gotten older, it just was able to bring it to life. So I thank God for that gift.
Okay, awesome. That's amazing. And I'm glad that you came back into full circle. And it's
Yeah,
nothing like, doing things that you actually enjoy doing. So often we get in these careers from one reason or another, but it's nothing like doing something that you actually enjoy doing, that you find,
right.
fulfilling, to do.
Exactly.
So now is this your first book?
No, the first book was Daddy's on Time Out.
That's right. That's right.
That was
Okay.
the one that was kind of based on the situation with my son and how we had to explain it to my granddaughter about where he was. And my grandchildren call me Grammy.
Yeah.
So the little girl's name in the book is Toya. All these books have different, kind of like different. They came out of different situations. I lost my dad
Okay.
before my granddad, and
Mhm.
so I named the character, the teacher in the book. His name is Mr. Ken, named after
Okay.
my dad. Yeah. So my
Okay.
dad, Mr. Ken, he lives forever. Toya, if I ever had daughters, I would name them Tanya and Toya. So Toya is in the book. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So it was different reasons behind the books, but overall, it was based on real life events. I miss Grandpa. I lost my grandpa. My
Okay.
granddaughter lost their maternal grandfather, and we had a hard time explaining to the kids where's
Yeah.
grandpa. So
Okay.
I just brought up some things and how I really loved my granddad and some things that we did together. We used to fish. We used to just have a good time together. So
That's
all of
beautiful.
that, yeah, I miss Grandpa. Yes.
Okay.
And I actually have a fourth book, but I know
Oh,
tonight is
okay.
children's book night, so I wasn't going to mention that. But I have a journal as well, and it's dealing
Okay.
with grief. Yeah, this one is for the adults. It's what to do when you're going through, and it's
Mm,
beautifully illustrated journal that helps you to navigate through. I don't know if you can see it has some scriptures there, and then it helps you
okay.
navigate through the grieving process. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's
Awesome.
been therapy
I
for me.
Yeah, I love journals, and I believe journals are definitely the way to go.
Yeah,
It helps you kind of organize your thoughts,
amen.
um,
Mhm.
and you get to go back to it. Versus thinking of something and then you have to store it away in your head on paper is forever. So,
Yes, yes, absolutely.
well, I love the fact that wrote the children's books in a way that your loved ones live on forever in
Yeah,
this book, and it's a legacy, and it's something that's personable. And when our children have something they're connected to, they're
right.
more prone to have a lot more respect for it. Regardless of how many generations down, this is something that's a part of them. It's
Yes,
almost it's almost embedded into their DNA. Because these names are there, and you renamed your characters, of your loved ones. So
yes, absolutely.
within writing the your books, a lot of times, as an author, we want people to feel things. We
Mhm.
write because we want children to learn. We want children to, this and that and other. You write the journal because you're trying to help the audience out, those who purchase them. You want to resonate with your audience, of course, your target audience. But
Right.
when we write, sometimes it is therapeutic. So,
Yes.
you know, in the midst of that, how did this, writing these books, make a change in your life?
They changed me because it helped me to it was a good reminder for me that the memories never die, although this person has passed on and they've gone on to heaven or the afterlife. Their spirit is still here on earth, and it helped me to understand and just feel that my grandpa is always going to love me. We made memories together. My dad is always going to love me. And that's one thing I wanted children to understand, that although this person is no longer in your life, you're not the only one that's going through this. There is someone who loved you. There is someone who will always love you. And hopefully, it will help children to express themselves more and be able to hold a conversation about their feelings.
Awesome. I definitely respect that. That's wonderful. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody would like to get in touch with you, because as you can see, her website is streaming down at the bottom. So, the link to route to her website is streaming down at the bottom. So as you can see, it's coming across. So
Yeah.
if you have that child in your life, now what's the age group for your book?
The age group, I would say up until about age 10, they can relate. Well, anyone can relate to the book, but I would definitely say it's an easy read. My grandson is 6. He can read the books without any difficulty. So maybe that age group 6 to 10, 11
Okay.
is a
Okay.
good
Awesome.
good age to understand it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Now, if you have a child in your life, now you may have went out and got your Christmas presents for your children, your niece, your nephew, your grandchildren. You got all these toys that make all this noise, and these PlayStations, Wii's, and all these kind of things that these babies like. You know, the Bible teaches us man does not live by bread alone. Meaning, you have to have some word in your life. You have to have some education. My people perish due to the lack of knowledge. So, if you want to do something that is going to be healthy for the child, to help them, have this positive image of their self, and these activities books that Miss Kim has for us. Please go to the website that you see scrolling down at the bottom. Click on that website. It'll route you straight to her website, and you can get that book today. Support
Thank
our authors as well as support your children. Invest in your children. Go ahead and get that book right now. Get that book
thank
tomorrow. Now
you.
you have that child is not in that immediate area. According to what I seen with the post office, if you mail these items out by the 19th, at the very
Mhm.
latest, those books will get to that place, the destination that you send them to, especially if that person is not in the immediate area. Go ahead and get this. Go ahead and get this book. Go ahead and order this book, and bless somebody with it. Bless a kid with it. It's an easy read for up to 11 years old. Of course, everybody can relate, resonate with this, but if you want to teach that child to read, something they can read for themselves. Um, Definitely you want to get that for them. Make it bedtime. Make it a bedtime story. A lot of
Right.
us are getting away from doing bedtimes. A lot of us are getting these iPads, and we're reading from the iPads. Get you a physical book and get it
Yeah.
for that baby. Make that child a library. That they can reach over there and read these books. So websites right at the bottom. Please make sure that you get your book today. So,
Yes. Thank
uh,
you.
Miss Kim, what do you
Yes.
have up and coming in the immediate near future?
Well, the immediate near future, just trying to end out the year. I have a birthday coming up. But as far as writing, several have asked me to write Where is Grandpa? I mean, not Where's Grandpa? Mommy's on timeout. Because as they say, daddy goes on timeout, but mommy also goes on timeout too. So I'm really considering and just waiting for God to download to me what or how to actually express it. But I'm really leaning towards in 2022 writing a book about mommy being on timeout. And in this situation, it's kind of like daddy's in prison, but mommy may be in some type of rehab or some type of CPS type situation where the children are with someone else versus with mommy.
Well, we look forward to seeing much, much more from you. Make sure y'all end this year out strong and do not and glide right on into that 2022 season without stopping. We look forward to seeing much, much more from you. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. Please make sure you go to the website, get a book today. Um, what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll and we're gonna run a few commercials. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. All right, that's another author. Please make sure you check out his book as well.
Very
I want
cute.
to run another commercial. I'm actually a part of this amazing organization called Bob Rewards Club. Rewards Club is a nonprofit organization that is committed to closing the wealth gap of our people. We are actually hosting Martin Luther King celebration January 15th. So I'm not gonna tell you too much. I want you to check this out. We're gonna have we have a very, very special guest that
The BLB Rewards Club MLK Now celebration is taking place January the 15th, 2022 at the Minneapolis Convention Center, joined by guest speakers such as Dr. Umar Johnson and more. Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Sponsor packages are still available. Vendor booths starting at $125.
Awesome, awesome. Now, like I said, this particular organization is committed to closing the wealth gap. Um, please get involved in this organization. If you are a business owner, a Black-owned business, or if the business is 51% owned by a minority, um, we have very, very inexpensive package options, only $25 a year. Um, as a business owner, you definitely can write that off. If you're not a business owner, or if you're a consumer, or you don't want to write it off on your taxes as a business expense, it can be written off as uh, um, a charitable donation, because this is a nonprofit organization. This event is going to be happening January 15th. We're going to have Mr. Umar Johnson there, as well as a host of other guests, as well as a host of other entertainers. It's going to be starting at 10 o'clock, and we're going to party and celebrate Martin Luther King, celebration the achievements of Martin Luther King, the achievements of so many afterwards and so many before they led up to Martin Luther King. We're going to be celebrating all the way up to 8 p.m. This is happening in Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you know, that is where it's the movement that we're doing right now, that's happening right now, that sparked a lot of, you know, things happening, a lot of laws being, changed. That's where a lot of things sparked from there. Well, that's where the birth of all this started. We all know what happened off in Minneapolis. About a year ago. That is going to be where this particular event will be housed. It will be at the Minneapolis Convention Center. If you're in the media area or St. Paul, in one of the Twin Cities, please come through to attend. It is free if you want to vend. We have different vendor options. Or if you're not able to make it and you're a business owner, I am offering swag bag opportunities for that, because I will be flying up there and having a booth with KRC Bookstore,
Nice.
showing off these beautiful Black books that we have here. So, without any further ado, Miss Kim,
Yes,
how are you
ma'am.
feeling tonight?
I'm well. It's cold. I'm here in California and it's cold, but overall I'm blessed and just thankful for this opportunity to spend time with you tonight. So I look forward to any future events you have. Always feel free to reach out to me. I'll provide you my email address as well, so you can have that versus just Facebook. So thank you so much. How are you?
Okay. I'm doing excellent, blessed and highly favored. I just love
Yeah.
what God has blessed me with, the vision He has given me, and I do not take it lightly by far. So
Amen.
thank you so much for joining us. Now, if somebody would like to get in touch with you, give them where they will reach out to you with things that you're doing.
Right. Feel free to reach out to me on my website. You can email me directly there, or you can also email me at kimrobertsbooks@gmail.com. Again, that's kimrobertsbooks@gmail.com.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Kim. What we're gonna do, we have another author that's coming up, and she's gonna be on with us shortly. I want to take a real quick 10-minute break and come back and start this all over again with the young lady. Miss Kim, if you would like to stay on with us, I would love to have you on. Um,
Okay.
ask any questions that you may have. So,
Okay.
so we're gonna take a little break.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Hi,
Hi guys, I'm Tavia with All Black Everything, and as you know, we talk a lot about normalizing buying black. So I just want to break that down as far as what it really means. So it's really a lifestyle adjustment, you know. We want everything you do, everything you own to be black owned. So start small, you know, replace your laundry detergent, your soap, your deodorant with a black owned product. There's plenty of places. You just have to take the initiative to look for it. And if you need help, any suggestions of any companies, hit up All Black Everything. We got you covered. You can follow us on IG or Facebook at All Black Everything.
Hello, my name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I own KRC Bookstore. Here at KRC Bookstore, we have a plethora of books to choose from, but one of the books I want to talk about, well, actually two of the books I want to talk about with you today is these beautiful books. What Can I Be? One is a reading book. It has the alphabet and words resemble that particular alphabet, as well as has the coloring book. And we also have some crayons for you, which is Color of the World. So, this is a part of our children's book subscription as well. You can get the books individually, or you can opt to get a subscription. If you opt to get a subscription, in that particular subscription box, it will have a book, an activity book, some other items such as a t-shirt depending on the age of the child. It can have some earrings in there. It can have a backpack in there. It ranges according to the child. And that particular subscription is only $29.99. Goes up, it starts at $29.99. Definitely check us out. Get your subscription. You can opt to do 1 month and do it as a trial basis, or you can go ahead and save a little bit by go ahead committing to 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or even 12 months. So check out the website. It's www.krcbookstore.com. We're also on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram as well as TikTok. Just look up KRC Bookstore. Thank you so much. You have a very blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the book fair. Bye-bye.
Make sure y'all check us out at All Black Everything, the best place to spend your money. Make sure y'all check them out every third Friday, right?
It's always amazing, always great people, great vibes, great vendors, great food. You should be here.
I love it. I have been here at least 8 times. The vibe, the energy here is so good.
Always music. The hosts are always making sure you straight.
I love the fact of circulating black dollars. I love supporting other black-owned businesses.
And I definitely recommend anybody who wants to sell products or just want to come enjoy the vibe to come out and see what All Black Everything is about.
Catch this vibe because it's just a different type of atmosphere over here.
We love them. Y'all make sure y'all check us all out, man. Yeah!
The BOB Rewards Club MLK Now celebration is taking place January the 15th, 2022 at the Minneapolis Convention Center, joined by guest speakers such as Dr. Umar Johnson and more. Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Sponsor packages are still available. Vendor booths starting at $125.
Hi guys, I'm Tavia with All Black Everything, and as you know, we talk a lot about normalizing buying black. So I just want to break that down as far as what it really means. So it's really a lifestyle adjustment. You know, we want everything you do, everything you own to be black owned. So start small, you know, replace your laundry detergent, your soap, your deodorant with a black owned product. There's plenty of places. You just have to take the initiative to look for it. And if you need help, any suggestions of any companies, hit up All Black Everything. We got you covered. You can follow us on IG or Facebook at All Black Everything.
Hello, my name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I own KRC Bookstore. Here at KRC Bookstore, we have a plethora of books to choose from, but one of the books I want to talk about, well, actually two of the books I want to talk about with you today is these beautiful books. What Can I Be? One is a reading book. It has the alphabet and words resemble that particular alphabet, as well as has the coloring book. And we also have some crayons for you, which is the color of the world. So this is a part of our children's book subscription as well. You can get the books individually, or you can opt to get a subscription. If you opt to get a subscription, in that particular subscription box, it will have a book, an activity book, some other items such as a t-shirt depending on the age of the child. It can have some earrings in there. It can have a backpack in there. It ranges according to the child. And that particular subscription is only $29.99. Goes up, it starts at $29.99. Definitely check us out. Get your subscription. You can opt to do 1 month and do it as a trial basis, or you can go ahead and save a little bit by go ahead committing to 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or even 12 months. So check out the website. It's www.krcbookstore.com. We're also on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram as well as TikTok. Just look up KRC Bookstore. Thank you so much. You have a very blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the book fair. Bye-bye.
Make sure y'all check us out at All Black Everything, the best place to spend your money. Make sure y'all check them out every third Friday, right?
It's always amazing, always great people, great vibes, great vendors, great food. You should be here.
I love it. I have been here at least 8 times. The vibe, the energy here is so, so good.
Always music. The hosts are always making sure you straight. I love the fact of circulating black dollars. I love supporting other black-owned businesses.
And I definitely recommend anybody who wants to sell products or just want to come enjoy the vibe to come out and see what All Black Everything is about.
Catch this vibe because it's just a different type of atmosphere over here.
We love them. Y'all make sure y'all check us all out, man. Yeah!
The BLB Reward Club MLK Now celebration is taking place January the 15th, 2022 at the Minneapolis Convention Center, joined by guest speakers such as Dr. Umar Johnson and more. Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Sponsor packages are still available. Vendor booths starting at $125.
Hello. How's
Hello.
everybody doing?
Wonderful.
We are back on. And we have another guest on with us, Miss Tiffany. I'm going to bring her to the stage. Okay. Miss Tiffany. Okay, okay. All right, she be on in it with us in a little bit. Um, and we have Miss Siobhan that's gonna be coming in shortly. Miss Siobhan is actually one of our authors that's in the book store. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the books that we have in the bookstore. Give Miss Tiffany a little time to get situated and so forth, because we do completely understand that as women, as multifunctional women, we are running. A lot of times we hit that door, and because we work in those 9 to 5s, and we cannot allocate our time to what concentrate on business until after we get out off our 9 to 5s. We hitting the door, we getting the kids ready, and we're trying to jump on and take care of business. So we completely understand. So we want to give Miss Tiffany enough time to get situated. And so while she's doing that, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about some of the books that we have in the bookstore. Okay. All righty, all righty. In some of the commercials, you had the opportunity to hear about some of the things that we're doing in KRC Bookstore. And one of those things is this book subscription. As you can see, the book is the book subscription. This is a very durable box. It's very good for repurposing. Very good, thick, very sturdily made. And so that's not the most important purpose of this particular box. This is the box that we be housing our items that will be going to the subscribers of the book box. So this is an empty box right here. As you see, we can have some beautiful babies on the front to be to show our beautiful children with that gorgeous skin of theirs sitting down and reading. So we want to encourage our kids to read, and be able, and how you encourage kids to read is to give them other things that they may be excited about, that they have to read in order to get to do those things. So this is our box, and just show you a few of the things that we do have in our box. I have a book box that's already packed. This is a purse, and as you can see, this purse is shaped like a what? Whoop, whoop, puppy, a doggy. So beautiful, beautiful purse. Beautiful purse that's shaped like a puppy. So, sometimes our children be wanting things that we may not necessarily want in our house. So you have a child that's a dog lover, and you're not exactly, able to get a puppy for them at that time. This is the next best thing. So this puppy has a brush that puppy's hair. So it's a beautiful purse. I just absolutely love it. When I seen it, I was like, oh my goodness. So in this purse, it actually has some straps, and then it has a longer strap that child can put it up on their arm, or they can opt to carry it like that. So put all their things in it, their lip gloss, their whatever things that children carry nowadays. So, and then in this box, we also have some crayons to go with this beautiful coloring book. This is the ABC book. So they get to learn the ABCs and different words that correspond with the ABCs, as well as these colors right here. These are the colors of the world. So these are crayons that represent our, the children of color. So they get crayons in it. And this is just one of our boxes. What we do with our boxes is we want them to be customized for the child, because we want the child to be excited about reading. So doesn't matter if the child like Power Rangers, and I don't know if children like Power Rangers anymore, but I know when I was growing up, children like Power Rangers. So if your kids like Batman, or they like, My Little Pony, and I'm naming things that probably children that may not like anymore. I'm so out of touch. My youngest child is 14 years old, going on 15. But it can have different things in there that the child likes. As well as this particular box. It has another little purse in there. So I thought that was super cute. It has a pen in there, unicorn pen. What is the baby doll? A little girl. This particular box also, we're really big on hand sanitizer nowadays. So they got a hand sanitizer and a way to carry it. You can attach this to their backpack, to their purse, or anything like that. You guys should change it out. Once you use it up, you can change it out and put another one in there that fits in there. Then we have a book. In this particular one, we have the book. This book is one of our books that's in our bookstore. Is Do You Know Why You're So Awesome, August? This is a little girl, and bursting with colors. Now, depending on the child's age, we will match a book up for that child's age, the child's gender, child's likes. What do you feel like that child needs? In this particular box, we have some ponytail holders. We have a bracelet. In this particular box, we also have this little bracelet right here that goes with this book. So, and last and definitely not least, we have this little notebook. So, you know, they can actually put that in their purse. They need to jot a note down. You know, they got a notebook to jot a note down. It is really, really cute unicorn shaped purse, and it has some unicorn shaped erasers off in there. So very, very nice box. And it varies again to the child's age, the child's like. This is just one of the boxes that we did for the purpose of display. So, and that's one of the things that KRC Bookstore offers. Now that I've showed you an actual box that we have, that we can customize for your child, we're going to move off into talking to a couple authors that's in the weight room and ready to talk about their books. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and open this on up so we can hear from Miss Tiffany, and Miss Siobhan is on the line waiting to talk about her book as well. Let me bring her on up, add her to the stream. All right, there we are. Hey, Miss Tiffany.
Hey, good evening. How are you, Miss Tammy?
I'm doing excellent. Blessed. I'm blessed. And we have Mr. Siobhan with us. What we're going to do, we're going to have Miss Tiffany come and talk about her book, and then we're going to talk about Miss Siobhan's book. She is one of the authors in the bookstore as well, Miss Siobhan. So let's go ahead and roll off and talk to Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany, tell us about what you got over there, girl.
Okay, I have a book entitled Dear Little Brown Skin Girl. And this is going on 2 months published. I'm about to hit my 2-month anniversary. Super excited about this book. I'm super excited to share my daughter's story. It is her story of understanding her brown skin. When she came to terms with it initially at 4, she didn't really understand that it was unique or special. She thought it needed to be changed to what most students look like in her classroom, or even, you know, our neighbors, etc. And so the book is full of just empowering words and encouragement for her to embrace who she is, as she continues to navigate this world in her brown skin. And it also reminds her of her past, of where she came from, those who came before her, the great things that they did, and the great things that she's capable of doing. So that's kind of my book in a nutshell. Did I lose you guys?
Well, thank you so much for sharing it with me. I would love to hear about what you told us about, what, you know, motivated you to write this. Your children, you know, our children so often motivate us to do things we necessarily normally may or may not do.
Right.
And so because you see a need in your child, and you know that this is a need with other children, because your child is not the only one who feels that way, because unfortunately in previous days we see very little, books that talked about us in a beautiful manner.
Right.
A lot of times, and I can remember growing up, when we talked about, black people, it was like, okay, slaves, 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 slaves. There was nothing else. Like we just appeared into slavery, from the very beginning.
Mm.
But we were also great people. We are great people and have always been great people, no matter where we're at, whatever capacity we're in. But now we get to see each other in a positive manner, so I thank you so much for that. Now, like I said, a lot of times we write things for others. How did this book affect you? How did it make a change in you?
I think it allowed me to put away some of the colorism that I grew up with. I was kind of in between. I have I come from a mixed background, and growing up in the 80s, it was good to be lighter skin, prettier hair. It was not so good to be darker skin with, harder texture of hair. And I kind of fit right in the middle there. I thought I was better because I came from, some kind of mixed ancestry. And I was also told I was better in different ways. Oh, you have such nice hair, or, different things like that. And what I got out of the book for my daughter is that, that shouldn't exist. Even in our mindsets, there should be no hierarchy of what shade is better, what hair type is better. And I don't want her growing up thinking that she's any less than if she doesn't look closer to what was considered better or what was promoted as better for us as children. And even now, there's still a lot of, they're so beautiful. Most beautiful kids, or kids we see as beautiful, tend to be of mixed race for one reason or another. And just the understanding that in that context as well, growing up, everything that seemed to be good in terms of skin needed to have like a white touch to it, or a white influence to it. And I never stopped to step back to think, well, what if it's because of the Black influence that makes it beautiful? Not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? But our minds are conditioned to think that that is the influence that makes it better. And so it kind of changed my thought process. And I'm glad that God gifted me with my daughter, because she is darker shade. She has harder texture hair. And if you look at her, you won't think she has mixed ancestry. And I need her to know that that's okay. That she is beautiful just the way she is. No one has to know exactly where she comes from, etc. But she is going to shine. She is going to be unstoppable, and she's destined for greatness because she is number one, a child of God. That's first and foremost, always. But God blessed her with this rich brown skin, and she is a princess. She is a queen, and I want her to know that. So I myself was able to reconstruct my thought process from writing this book for her, and I'm very happy that I was able to do that for myself and embrace my own brownness, my own Blackness, without having to feel a need to validate who I am with ties to, mixed ancestry. So that's also been a good thing for me.
That is so amazing. I can remember growing up, as well, because, it was like, everybody remembered me because, and I wasn't really mixed all up into that stuff. I just, without, I'm just an ordinary person. And I've never, thought of myself as better. But, you had some people that because, I had the longer hair, that was, oh, she's extra beautiful because she got the longer hair. And I can remember people talking to people from my past, and they was like, oh, we remember you because you had them 2 long braids. So, and that was supposed to be the best thing, and then because of the eyes, they have this thing about, oh, your eyes are so beautiful. Well, everybody's eyes are beautiful because you can see through them, and they're beautiful and they're wonderfully made, because of who you are, so that is so important, that we have got to put to bed that thing that the lighter the better, you
Right.
know, or if you have the longer hair, or if you have fine hair, or if you have coarse hair, that's bad hair. I can hear people saying that all the time, and I just like, what constitutes as bad hair? Why is my hair bad versus their hair bad? Or why is her hair supposed to be bad? All of it, you know, is hair, you know, and it's beautiful whether it is short, whether it is long, whether it comes to your shoulder, whether it is the big, beautiful coil curls, whether it's the tight curls, you know. So, you know, that's a I'm so glad that, you know, you stepped into that, and that, you know, your child motivated you to do that, because not only is it going to help your child, but it's going to help other children out there. You know, we've got away from that, but it's still there. You know, that mentality that you're better, you know, the brighter the better, you know. So now, what do you have coming up? You know, any special things you have coming up for the year out? Any special sales? Because, you know, tonight is all about, you know, it's all about, you know, the Christmas season. It's all about the children. What are we getting our children? I was telling Miss Kim earlier, you know, we're, you know, going to buy our children all these expensive gifts, and we're going to buy our children these PlayStations, these Wii's, and all that kind of stuff. But what are you giving your child that's going to actually, you know, benefit them? That's actually going to encourage their self-esteem. You know, let's get these books. And get these books with these beautiful Black children on, and give them to our children, encourage them to read, you know. So what do you have, you know, coming up, you know, that, you know, these special sales?
Yeah, I need to actually just do one. I haven't really done one yet, but I realized that it is something that I need to do. Kind of getting into the mindset more of giving and just being able to, I mean, even if it's donating a book here or there, being okay with that, because I think children having the message is more important than the income that I receive or the profit that I receive from it. And so that's my mindset because of the Christmas season. Aside from, you know, just book sales, it's been a little bit busier with getting into schools and stuff. But that is my goal once we hit the new year, to be doing some author read alouds and speaking engagements at all of the local elementary schools here in where I live. And so I'm looking forward to that. And also just growing from just the book to also merchandise. I plan to have little dolls that look like the girl in my book, little water bottles with inspiring affirmation messages. So I'm just excited for what's to come. Some shirts that I also have somebody working on. So I am trying to decide, you know, where I'm going with that. But I think the month of February will be also a good month for all of us. But for the things I have coming up as well, I feel like that'll be a good month for me. But right now in the season of giving and Christmas, I am just trying to promote and sell, and we'll definitely be posting a discounted rate over these next 2 weeks before the holidays are over and we're into the new year. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. This definitely is, you know, and I tell anybody that I'm, you know, encountering, that you always want to have some kind of, you know, sale, some kind of discount, something going on in that particular season of, you know, of selling. So definitely, you know, I look forward to seeing what you have on plans for the up and coming, you know, season. You know, February is a good season. You know, you got Valentine's season and so forth. And, you know, a lot of people like to buy their children a good Valentine's gift. And want to get you up there so they can be able to see your website right there. So everybody that's watching, the website, that website down at the bottom routes you straight to her website. So you can go on there, you can order a book, you can, you know, get in touch with her. If you're, where are you located at?
I'm in Southern Georgia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Well, if
Yep.
you're in that area, you know, definitely, you know, let's collaborate. Let's get
Yeah, for sure.
some events going on, some
Yeah.
reading. You know, a lot of times, you know, our counterparts are putting together different reading activities for our children. So we need to get together and put together some reading activity for our children to be either, you know, read to them, or, you know, have another kid sit up there and read, or, you know, have silent reading time. I can remember doing that in school. You know, we had reading time, you know. So definitely, you know, make sure you check out her website. Get her book today. I tell anybody, hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. Not just in the Christmas season, but especially in the Christmas season. Gifts of knowledge. So Miss Tiffany, if they would like to get in touch with you, how would they reach out to you?
On Facebook, I'm Tiffany Quadio, my name. On Instagram, I'm justb_u, JUSB_u. And my email address is kind of long, but it's dr.anderson.d as in David, P as in Paul, T as in Tiffany @gmail.com. So that's dr.anderson.dpt@gmail.com. But the fastest way is probably Facebook, so that you can send me a quick message on Messenger. And I love to collaborate or connect with anybody in my area, because this is newer for me. And, you know, sometimes you hit a little standstill in terms of like, well, who else in the community is an author? Who else is doing stuff? And missing events and stuff. But I'm looking forward to not growing by myself, but growing collectively and collaboratively. I think there's a blessing in that. So please reach out to me, and I'll be sure to reach out to some of the other authors on the call this evening who might be in my area as well. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I will definitely make sure we get your information on the inside the comments areas of the various places that we are streaming in. Those who would like to check out KRC Bookstore Book Fair, we do this twice a month. This particular month we're doing it 3 times, and that's because of the Christmas season. We want to make sure, you know, people get lots of gift ideas in their frontal, so they can have, you know, make a great decision, or if they want to add something in, you know, or if they want to get a book and be a stocking stuffer. They make good stocking stuffers. So we will make sure we get everybody's information placed on the different streaming places that we are on. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram Live, we're on Facebook, we're in various pages, as well as in various groups. So we'll definitely make sure we get your information out there, so they can be able to know what you're doing and be to reach out to you and support you in what you're doing. So Miss Kim, you have anything else you would like for us to add into? Okay. All right, Miss Kim, thank you so much. For the last time, this is Miss Kim's website. This is where she
Oh, Miss Quadio. Sorry, you're calling me Miss Kim. I wasn't sure.
did I just call? I'm sorry. Please,
Yeah, it's Tiffany Quadio.
My heart, you know,
It's okay. I like who you're talking to. That's all right. No, thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you for having me on this evening. It's been a privilege. And again, thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing us to showcase your product and, you know, entrusting us with your book journey. We definitely don't want this to be the last time we have a conversation and to collaborate, you know, definitely very, very soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
All righty. We're going to run a really quick commercial, and then we're going to bring on Miss Siobhan, our one of our authors in the bookstore. I have her book over here ready to show it out. So let's go ahead and run this commercial real quick.
Hi guys, I'm Tavia with All Black Everything. And as you know, we talk a lot about normalizing buying black. So I just want to break that down as far as what it really means. So it's really a lifestyle adjustment. You know, we want everything you do, everything you own to be black owned. So start small, you know, replace your laundry detergent, your soap, your deodorant with a Black-owned product. There's plenty of places. You just have to take the initiative to look for it. And if you need help, any suggestions of any companies, hit up All Black Everything. We got you covered. You can follow us on IG or Facebook at All Black Everything.
All righty. Thank you so much. Please, if you're in the Houston, out and check out this awesome, wonderful event. They will be starting back up in February, and they will be at the Black Store Experience. So if you're in Houston and you're familiar with the Sunnyside area, you know where the Black Store Experience is. It's right over there on Cullen. They're going to be having this event every third Friday of each and every month, starting back in February. As you know, February is Black History Month, although every day is Black History, but this is the day that they gave us. They gave us 28 days to celebrate our culture and where we come from. So we're going to come on and we're going to get in this thing, start this thing with a bang for Black History Month. Please come out, join the tribe, check these ladies out. They're on Facebook, All Black Everything. Now, that's not thing with an I, it's thing. So please make sure you go and check out their Facebook page, as well as they're on Instagram, and check out their link tree. Please sign up if you are in the Houston, Texas area, so you can be part of this tribe, so you can support a Black-owned business, so you can be a business that's being supported by your community. So without any further ado, we're going to bring on Miss Siobhan to the screen. Now, this young lady is an awesome young lady. I am in love with the books in the bookstore, and one of her books is a book that I'm in love with myself. It is a children's book. So without any further ado, I'm going to let her come on and introduce herself and tell you about herself and her book.
Hi, everyone. My name is Siobhan LeBlanc. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Tammy, for having me today to represent the bookstore. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. And I wrote a children's book entitled Fearless, 21 Affirmations to Build Bold, Confident, and Courageous Girls. I think it's Confident, Courageous, and Bold Girls. And I have it illustrated by, she's now 13, but at the time of the book writing, she was 11 years old. And so she did all of the illustrations. And Fearless has 21 affirmations and 21 scriptures with each affirmation to encourage young girls to be fearless in the pursuit of whatever it is that God has placed on their heart to do. At the end of the affirmations, there's a prompt in question, how will you be fearless? And there's also a writing section in the back where you can kind of write down which affirmation was the best, the one that you liked the most, which scripture spoke to you. So I think the book is for probably the ages of 6 to maybe like 12 or 13. And the reason why I wrote Fearless was really to encourage young girls to go about their lives fearlessly. It's dedicated to my niece, who's now 18 years old. I grew up as a very fearful woman in my decision making, in my interactions with others. There are a lot of opportunities that I failed to participate in because I was just so afraid of what it could be, what it might not be, afraid to move away from home, just a bunch of different opportunities that present itself. And I allowed fear to keep me from doing that. And so I really wanted to impart to young girls as early as possible to not allow fear. The Bible instructs us, God instructs us through his word to not be afraid because he is with us. And so I wanted to encapsulate that and put that in something that you can take with you as a 5-year-old or even as a 40-year-old. The other day I was having a tough day and I had a copy in my car and I pulled out the copy and I read it. And I was so encouraged. I was like, Lord, thank you so much for giving me this to share, because it really encouraged me. There have been women that I've met that said they bought it for somebody and they ended up keeping that copy and buying another copy for someone else because it was just so encouraging. And I really give all the credit to the Lord Jesus because it's his word. You know, it's his word. We just put the affirmations and drawings in there, but it's his word. And, you know, the word of God has power to help us to overcome so many things, you know. And so I wanted to overcome fear, and I wanted my niece and other young women to overcome fear. And so that is the reason why I wrote Fearless. And so I'm just so thankful that it was really a passion project since 2017. I went back to an old journal and found in there write a children's book in 2017. And so I'm just grateful that the Lord has allowed some things I put in my heart to come to pass. And so I just want as many people to have access to his word and have access to affirmations. You know, the Bible says the power of life and death are in our tongue. So what we say has power and has value. And so we want to definitely speak words of faith and not fear as often as we can to build us up and to make us stronger. So that's really all I have. Again, I think that the drawings are great. It was Kennedy's first professional project. And again, it was my first children's book. It's not going to be my last, but it definitely is my first. And I'm just so grateful for so many people have shared that their daughters or their nieces read it like nightly for their devotional, or they read it in the morning for their devotional. So again, I'm just so thankful to really get the word of God out there to people who may not, you know, read it on a regular basis, or who may not, kids who may not access it or read it. I'm grateful for it to be available. So again, thank you, Tammy, so much for the opportunity to share Fearless with your viewership.
I want to thank you for sharing, for entrusting me with your book journey. And this is the book right here. And I love the fact that you wrote an affirmation book for our children, because a lot of times you hear about people writing affirmations, you know, adults writing their affirmations after life that beat up on them for 25 years, and then they want to have an affirmation. But what we're doing is we're catching it early. So life does not have the opportunity to beat up on them. These children have a fighting chance to fight back instead of just being punched in life and balling up and you know, hoping it'll stop. You know, you equip them to have something to fight back with. You know,
and so many kids struggle with fear. You know, so many kids struggle with anxiety and worry, and you know, especially in light of the pandemic, we've seen so much mental health issues, you know, arising due to what's going on right now in our society. And so I believe that the word is so powerful to help us to, the word of God is so powerful to help us to overcome those feelings of fear. And, you know, right when the book came out in February, I did a lot of Instagram lives with women who I consider to be fearless. And one of the things that was a common thread in our conversation was that we all feel fear, but the goal is to not let it to stop us, to do whatever it is God has placed on your heart in spite of the fear. So feel the fear, but then use it as a catalyst to help you to reach whatever goal you're aiming to reach.
Yes, I thank that. I thank you for that. And I like the fact that you were saying that, you know, you had to go back and read some things that was placed on your heart to give to somebody else. And not only did it help somebody else, but it was able to encourage you. And that just goes to my usual question: how did this book change you? And that's how it changed you. It gave you something to go back to. You know, it's like the notes, you know, taking notes in science class, you know.
Absolutely. And it reminded me too that there's so many things I can do. I think that for a long time, I limited myself and my capability because I felt like I'm in this particular lane, so I need to stay in this particular lane. But by actually stepping outside of my comfort zone, out of my box, and doing something that, I mean, I'm not degreed as an author. You know, my degrees in pharmacy. It's not in English literature or anything like that. So I think stepping out of that just reminded me, you know, that truly through Christ, we can do all things.
Yes.
All things through Christ Jesus. And so I thank him for, again, pushing me outside of my comfort zone and reminding me that I can guide you through this. I can guide you through the next thing. I can guide you through the next thing, and every single thing that comes, ahead of me. So it just made me
Yeah.
more bolder, more confident to just keep crushing and doing different things that he's laid on my heart to do. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much. Now, I do always like to mention people that, go out there, over and above, to put their work out there.
yeah,
You was driving
yeah,
and you stopped
yes,
to get on, and I appreciate that. That speaks
absolutely,
volumes for your
absolutely.
dedication to your craft and what you're trying to do. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for again the opportunity to share with you, to share with your viewership. I wrote Fearless just to encourage somebody. So I'm
Mm.
so grateful that it's encouraged the people that it has so far, and I'm praying that the Lord will continue to use it to encourage somebody else moving forward.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, indeed.
Thank you
All
so
righty.
much.
I want to be to talk about a few of the other books that's in the bookstore, as well as once I go through the books, I'm gonna bring everybody back on. Um, I'm gonna break this video up in segments, and so that's the reason why I shifted it around like I do. I did because we have the two other ladies that are off screen, but we're gonna bring them back on screen once I do talk about the few books that we do have that's going to be that's in the bookstore currently, and I do have a few more in that's coming. So if you have somebody that you would like to buy a book for, get a subscription box for, we have a lot more books coming in as well. So let me talk about a few of these ones, and then Ms. Siobhan, I'm gonna bring you and everybody else back on.
Okay.
All right, real quickly, y'all. We're gonna talk about a few of the books that we have in the bookstore. I told you already about the subscription box. So all these books are available to be put inside the subscription box. So this particular book right here, this is a little girl's dream. This particular mother has a child that as physically disabled. A lot of times we forget that these children have, feelings, and that these children need encouraging too. We forget about these are the forgotten people. We see these babies in chairs, and we just kind of overlook the fact that they're sitting in a wheelchair, or if they're walking or they can't walk. They still have feelings, so they need representation too. So this is one of the books that's in the bookstore. This is by Miss Anika, A Little Girl's Dream. And if you see she has a mic, she has a dream to sing. So this is in the bookstore. And then I told you about this one already when I gave you example of one of the boxes that we have. Do you know why you're awesome, August? This young lady has a little girl by the name of August. Um, the storyline is about a little girl, and talking about little girls and telling why they're so awesome. And it's also a grammar lesson in this as well. So this is one of the books that's in the bookstore. This is one of the newer books I have. The Career Crew. I just thought this was just so beautiful. I was so excited when this came in. What will you do? This helps our kids decide on a career path that they want to do. And it lets them know that they can do anything. This is a beautiful, crafted book. And it talks about various careers that, your child may want to be in. And how do you figure out what you want to do? Well, hey, you got to think about what you want to do. You got to look, see other people, what they're doing in their careers, and decide if that's something you want to do. So that's a good book. And you're never too young to think about a career. So that's a very, very good book. This is Fro Power. Little boy has a beautiful fro, and he's a superhero. So if you have a child that enjoys adventures and enjoys superheroes, this is a very good book for that child. Black Beauty, Brains, and this is a beautiful book. This just came in today, so this is hot out of the post office, right out of my post office box. This is another book that's very good to give to a child. Buy this one directly, or this can go in the subscription box. Speak Up, My Child. This particular book talks about encouraging our children to speak up for themselves And doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter if it's adult or if a child is hurting them, that it's okay to speak up and tell somebody that they are being hurt or harmed by somebody. This one is story of Chicken Bone Beach. Now, when I seen this, I did not realize there was really a beach called Chicken Bone Beach. Yes, it is. This beach was nicknamed Chicken Bone Beach. And how it got its name is they actually would bury chicken bones in the beach, because once upon a time we couldn't go to beaches with everybody else. There was a beach that was specifically catered for Black people at that time. And this is the story of Chicken Bone Beach, one of the books that can go in the book subscription. These particular ones, I'm gonna show these together. This is an alphabet book, and this is a coloring book. If you get these, you get a thing of crayons, or it can go in the subscription box. What can I be? And last and definitely not least, this is another coloring book that we have. This is it says adult, but I'm told that it's really good for teenage children, and it's actually relaxing to color in these. And again, we have the colors to go with it. So went through that one real quick, and let me go ahead and bring everybody else back up to the screen. While I'm doing that, let me go ahead and run a commercial real quick, and we'll have everybody on. All righty. Thank you so much. That is a beautiful book by a young man that is catered toward our beautiful Black babies. So, let me finish this out real quick. All right, this is an opportunity for each of us to, kind of get to know one another and ask any questions that you may have in regards to the bookstore, in regards to anything that each other are working on. We're gonna start with Miss Kim. We're gonna open the floor for Miss Kim. Hearing from everybody and what they're doing. You have any questions for anybody? Because I want this to be a learning opportunity as well. For those who are out there who are looking to be an author, inspiring to be an author, whatever it is, or what the situation being. Miss Kim, are you with me? All right.
I'm so sorry. Here I am. When we first got on, I was just finishing up work, but I'm back now. So, yes, congratulations to both of you ladies, Tiffany and Siobhan, on your books. Yeah.
Congratulations to you too.
Thank you. I have nothing else to add. But yes, I've written 4 books now, and they are 2 are children's books. One is a coloring book, and one is a grief journal. So
Awesome.
feel free to reach out to me if you need any type of assistance, or if you have any questions for me. You can reach me on my website or on my email, which is kimrobertsbooks@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you.
I'm in California, also Northern California.
Awesome.
All right. Miss Tiffany, Do you have any questions or anything to mention to any of the ladies that's on the panel today?
I am so sorry. I cannot hear. I just changed out my headphones for to charge my phone. It's dying. But let me see if I can fix that better. Miss Tammy, can you say that again?
Did you have any questions for anybody? Anything you would like to mention to any of the ladies that's on the panel?
Congratulations, ladies. Your stories are amazing and your journeys are just uplifting and inspiring for me. So I'm happy to just be here tonight and hear it all and sharing it all. And Kim, I heard you talking about coloring books, so I'm definitely going to email you or reach out to you on Facebook Messenger. And Siobhan, just thank you for reaffirming, God first in everything. I really appreciated how you said, like, it's God's word. You just fill in the pictures and some of the other things. But that really spoke to me, and I really appreciate that because God is someone I place first and foremost in everything I say and do. So thank you for that and for making that accessible to children. I think it's a beautiful message. I'm looking forward to adding your book to my daughter's collection.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing. Kim, I didn't get to hear your initial story and your books. I came on a little bit late, but I'll definitely reach out to you as well. Just grateful for this opportunity again. Thanks, Tammy.
Yeah, Kim, what's your Facebook so that I can follow you? Tiffany, I started following you on the call.
Oh, okay. My Facebook is Kim Roberts. I'm just Kim Roberts on Facebook. And then on Instagram, it's kim.robertsbooks.
Okay, I'll look.
Can you all see the chat? I'll follow you.
I'm gonna follow you, Kim.Roberts.
I do want to reiterate that all the ladies, I think most of y'all have 9 to 5s that you're doing at this moment, in addition to being an author. And I do want to thank you so much. And I understand that a lot of times when we're running home or heading home, because our phones has been going all day long, because I know that feeling. I was charging up as well before I got on because I had been running all day. So definitely, I appreciate that and what you're doing, and just keep up with the direction you're going in. Just keep growing and learning and researching and all that kind of stuff to get your books where you're wanting them at. I'm going to each one of y'all. It's a book that I actually have access to. I want to be to send it over to you to be the assist with things that you're doing with your book, because you're doing great things. And the in the midst of doing great things, we have to work on getting that message out there. I can make a pie. And if that pie is good and yummy and all that kind of stuff, if that pie just stays in my house, nobody knows that pie is good. Nobody knows that I know how to make a pie. So you got to have the recipe to be able to get your information out there, to be able to spread your word. So I'm book that I know would tremendously bless your walk in what you're doing.
Thank you.
And get your information out there, get your to get what you're doing out there and get your book in the hands of others. So I want to be able to share that all with y'all as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Siobhan, you have any questions or anything like that for the young ladies that's on the panel?
I definitely wanted to say, Kim, I missed yours, but I'm now following you on Instagram, so I can definitely go back and support you. And again, Tiffany, I really appreciate all that you are doing. Congratulations on collectively trying to empower our community. I think it's beautiful what you're doing, and there's not enough African-American authors and books and children books and colors. And so the more of us that are out there, I think that's the better. The more options, the more choices. I think that's better for all of us. The more representation, the better. You did ask Miss Tammy, what else am I working on? I just launched my ebook on Wednesday. It's called Eat to Ease the Pain, 6 Tips to Promote Generational Health and Wellness. As a pharmacist, I would always get, patients who have type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and a lot of those things can be alleviated with changing our eating habits. And I think that there is a huge plant-based movement right now. And so I just wanted to provide my contribution to that. Last year in 2020, I did a lot of cooking videos, and people would always ask me about my recipes and stuff. And so I just decided to put it all in a recipe book that they can get and do on their own and do it, from their house or share with their family. And again, my goal as a fitness trainer and as a diabetes prevention coach is just to help my community to lower their risk of chronic illness and disease. And that's why I wrote my ebook. And so I'm so thankful for that opportunity. I'm thankful to get 2 books out in 1 year. So I'm like, whew, okay, on to the next. So I'm just so thankful to have, really completed those things and excited about 2022 as well. So, but that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm trying to, in this last few weeks, reach out to some Christian daycares. I've tried to get into schools. It's harder because my book is biblically based. And so a lot of public schools will not allow it. And so for me, that kind of limits it's not great as much exposure as going to like a public school because my book is biblically based. But I was able to reach into some Christian schools, and I did a few book reads this year. And so I'm really looking to like maybe reach out to some Christian daycares and offer that maybe as something that people can buy for their kids for Christmas. So yeah, that's what I'm really trying to push this last week. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Okay,
But
awesome.
thank you all. Congratulations, ladies. I'm so proud of you. You don't need me to be proud of you, but I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. And, when we all, when one of us releases the book, we all do. When one of us gets in Barnes and Nobles, we all do. And one of us gets on Amazon, we all do. So it's just great to see all of us. I see it all the time. We can all win. There's enough for everyone. And my prayer is that my book will be at least 1 copy in every state in America and abroad. And so that's my crazy faith belief that my book will be all over the United States of America. And so that's, even though there are a lot of Black girls in it, other girls who are non-Black can read it and be encouraged by it as well. So, and Tammy, I have 7% on my phone. So I just want to let you know just in case it goes black.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Miss Siobhan. And you're going to make it to quite a bit of them areas because we're doing a 2022 tour.
Okay.
We hit up some states. So
cool.
I probably can help you about 10 of those states.
That sounds great. That sounds great to me. Thank you.
All right, Miss Siobhan, if you want to hang up, I know your percentage is very low. Thank you so much for taking time out to get on with us.
Nice meeting you.
May God bless your journey.
God bless you too. I pray 2020 is amazing for you, Tiffany, Kim, and Tammy. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
All right, ladies. Basically, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out. I am hoping to have some segments broken down for you, so you can be able to share with your share this on your platform as well. Talking about your journey specifically. To be able to share on your platform, your social medias, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna try to make this thing happen. I want to thank the audience for joining us. We'll be back on the 10th of December, which is the next 2 days. We're going to do all Jim Ross. We want to make sure that everybody has an option in their Christmas gifts and their Christmas shoppings. If you got something already, go ahead and throw a book off in there. What better is a sweater with a book off in it? What good is a sweater to keep you warm and to have your devotional in with it? So, we definitely want to make sure that our audience base gets lots of exposure, our book exposure. So I definitely want to get with the ladies and be able to share that book with you as well. And unless you have anything else, we're going to go ahead and get ready to close this thing out. All righty, ladies. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'll be in touch with you, ladies. I'm going to shoot you out a feedback form to hear about, how you was feeling about this. And I encourage everybody, whenever you're doing anything, make sure you put your feedback, forms out there so people can, give you their honest opinion about things, and, so you make proper adjustments that's need being. But thank you so much, ladies. I will definitely be in touch with y'all. Thank you for blessing me with your presence.
Thank you, and God bless both of you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays too to you as well. Be safe out there. And if you're
Bye-bye.
traveling, may God give you traveling graces.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Tiffany.
All right, ladies. All right, people out there. We had 3 amazing authors on sharing their books with you. So, with that being said, make sure you go and check out these ladies. We had Miss Siobhan LeBlanc. We had Miss Kim Roberts, and we had Miss Tiffany on with us. I am just so excited about these ladies and what they have going on. Definitely make sure you check them out. Find them on Facebook to be able to get their book and be able to share their book and with the world, and be a support. Not only be a support, but also bless somebody else with these books. So, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be back here on December 10th, which is 2 days from now. We're gonna have Algin Ross on here. Check us out. We have some amazing authors. I will be talking about some more things going on with, with our bookstore. As you know, we're ending out 2021 really strong. So if you're in the Houston, Texas area, please, or if no matter where you're at, please go to my Facebook page, KRC Bookstore, and like it. If you're an Instagrammer, go to KRC Bookstore page and like it. If you're a TikToker, go to KRC Bookstore and follow. And last and definitely not least, if you're on Twitter, go on KRC Bookstore and follow. We are also on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is hashtag Support Begin Support. If you search about that, you'll be able to find us. What does that mean? Most people may ask a question, what does Support Begin Support mean? What it means is, if you're a business owner, if you are out there and you're doing something, a hobby, or anything in your life, if you want somebody to support you, you have to be supportive. And that concept comes from Genesis. In Genesis, it talks about how the father begat the son. You cannot have a son if you don't have a father. You cannot expect somebody to support you if you're not being supported. So support begins support. Find this hashtag Support Begin Support. Find it on Instagram. If you're if you're a YouTuber, please follow me. Subscribe to my page on YouTube. Make sure you go to my website, www.krcbookstore.com. We have a lot of exciting things going on to end out the 2021 season, as well as I like to say we are full force for the 2021 season, and we are gliding into 2022 without stopping, without slowing down. So we have a book tour planned out. We have a few dates that we have planned out. So if you're in these particular areas, we have quite a few things that we're doing in the Houston area. But we're also going to Minneapolis for the Martin Luther King celebration January 15th. We will be back in Houston on the 22nd as well, 22nd January, as well as we have another event that's on the schedule as of now, February 19th. We have Prayers of the Boss Babe. If you have not heard of these books yet, this is a children's event, but we can't not talk about these two books right here. We got Prayers of the Boss Babe Volume 1, got Prayers of the Boss Babe Volume 2. And now we have a Volume 3 coming out. So we have a Volume 3 tour. So I am participating in that one on the 19th of February. Then we're going to Georgia, February 26th. We have a very big thing going on there. And then we'll be back here in Houston doing a few events here in Houston. Then we'll be in Alabama, April 30th. And then we'll be in Fort Lauderdale, May 22nd for the Prayers of the Boss Babe tour. We're still planning everything out between May and August, but we're going to have a lot of things going on. August 6th, we'll definitely be in Cambridge, Maryland. And then we have a lot of things going on after then. So the rest of the dates are pending, but we do have, we are making plans to go into Pennsylvania. We are making plans to go in South Carolina. We are making plans to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have lots of things that we're doing. If you are an author and you are looking to be in KRC Bookstore and want to be a part of that tour, no, you don't have to travel with us. Your book will be traveling with us. We have a lot of wonderful things going on with that. So if you're interested in being in the bookstore, the books that we accept are inspirational empowerment books and self-help business books and children's books. We do devotionals, faith-based books. We do positive affirmation books. We do inspirational books. One of the books that we have in the store that's not exactly faith-based, but it is inspirational is this book right here. Unveil Pieces of the Broken Mask. We have this book and we have her other book. And please make sure you keep this young lady in prayer, Miss Shauna. Right now she's sick, so keep her lifted up in prayer. But this is one of the books that we have. She's out of New York. We are hoping to be in the New York area. That is what our plans are to be. As well as we have this book right here. This is from Le Bleu Cafe, 30 Days of Truth. This young lady is in the California area, so we're hoping to be in the California area. So this is not a faith-based book, but a lot of the principles can be found biblically, of course. So we don't do all faith-based books, but we do devotionals, we do inspirational and empowerment books. Such as one of the books that we have here. This one, Empowering Her. This book is by Miss Kimberly Lawson. It has a lot of principles that can be found in the Holy Bible, but this is not a faith-based book. So we do sell non-faith-based books as well as children books. Our children books are all about inspirational empowerment for our children as well, to encourage a positive self-image, self-esteem for our children. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and close this thing out tonight. I don't want to keep you too much longer. So I want to thank everybody for joining. If you come back and listen to the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And that's all I have for you tonight. I will see you in the next couple of days. If I don't see you, please be safe out there. If you are traveling, I pray for your traveling graces. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for those who are in the bookstore for entrusting us with your journey. Again, if you're interested in being in the bookstore, please reach out to us. You can find me on all social medias, as well as you can visit the website. Just thank you so much. Everyone have a very, very, very blessed day, and be safe out there.